I was staying with my sister at an Airbnb in like this little town in Texas, and we were going to do like the river and stuff the next day, hang out. It was going to be an awesome girls' weekend. Well, when I woke up, I was like, told my sister, Taylor, I think my water's leaking. You know, my sister doesn't have any kids. She doesn't want any kids. She was like, oh my gosh, is that on me? I was like, no, like, but I'm going to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and when I stood up, I could feel more leaking. And I was like, man, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. And I was, at that point, my thinking brain is going, okay, what do I tell a client? What's going on? So I was like, let me just chill for a second. Let me see if I lay down again. Laid down, got up again, a little more water came out. I was like, well, shoot. So I texted my husband, who I knew was up because it was like 6 a.m. and he was getting ready for work. And I was like, hey, boo, I'm pretty sure my water's leaking. He was like, okay, what does that mean? He doesn't know any of that. I was like, well, I think we should let the midwife know. He was like, okay. So we in a group text, we let the midwife know. And she wanted to meet us at our house. And he went to work for half a day. We all met back at our house. My girls' weekend got called short. They all hung out together the rest of the weekend, which was adorable. But I went back to the house, me, my husband, and my midwife. And what the midwife was concerned about was, it's premature. That was her biggest thing. And me being over 40 or 40, and then me declining group strep B test. And so now, you just don't know anything that's going on. I could be a whole bag of worms. So I love this midwife dearly. We have a great relationship. But, in that moment, my husband and I decided, her recommendation was to send us to the hospital for a medical induction. And, that just did not align with our values. And, I sat with baby, I sat and prayed, I sat in silence, and I just knew baby was okay. And I knew that was not what God's plan was for us. So we decided we were going to fire our midwives, let them go peacefully, and, stay home and see what happened from there. And, there was no hard feelings. It was, hugs on the way out. And we're like, we'll keep you updated. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for all the love and support during pregnancy.
Now, she's not legally able to attend a home birth in the state of Texas prior to 37 weeks as well, which is, unfortunately, that liability can influence midwives' ability to care, which isn't fair. Probably she wanted to support you too, but she's juggling those decisions as well. And what a tricky position for a mom to be in, not something I envy.
And no, and the midwife was great. She, like you said, her hands are tied. As a certified professional midwife, a CPM in the state of Texas, they are not allowed to attend out of hospital births prior to 37 weeks or after 42 weeks. Yeah. So she chose to operate within her license, and, she had a student there. So I know that decision was hard for her. And I know that decision was hard for me. I know it was hard for everybody. Yeah. So there was a lot at play there. And, I think we all came at it from, love and respect for each other. And it was great. Like I said, we still have a great working relationship now. So from that point, they left, and me and my husband are sitting at home, and we're like, oh my God, what do we do? But, okay, here we are. And we looked at each other and we're like, okay, you good with this? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I'm good with this. And the question we asked ourselves and each other early on in pregnancy, and then we revisited the question in that moment, was, if everything went as desired, where would you want to be and how would you want to birth this baby? And the answer was at home. And then the follow-up question is, if nothing went as desired, where would you want to be? And the answer was the same. And so The answer was the same when we asked those questions early on in pregnancy. And the answer was the same that Friday, as my water's leaking. So I'll tell you. So that told me like, okay, we're going to go forth with this. We're going to do this. And we decided, okay, let's chill. Let's eat some food. We decided to phone a friend just in case. And that friend of mine is Dr. Stu Fishbein. Who, if y'all don't know, he has a great podcast.
We're huge fans of Dr. Stu here.
Yeah. Great. And he's been an awesome mentor of mine, since I was a wee little baby doula in Los Angeles. And, I was like, let's just get him on the phone and see. And we got him on FaceTime. And I think he was teaching a conference in Utah or something, but he was able to get away, get on FaceTime with us. And I was like, Dr. Stu, this is what's up. My water's leaking. Haven't had any issues. I don't have any fever, no signs of infection. Haven't had a vaginal exam. Don't plan to have one. What are your thoughts? And he was like, you're a healthy individual. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about the baby. In the state of Texas, you've got two choices right now. You can find a CNM, a certified nurse midwife, who's allowed to do out-of-hospital births at 36 weeks, or you can free birth. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, how long, me as a doula, like I never freaked out about women's water breaking. Like I never put them on a time clock because usually most women go into labor within 24 to 36 hours of their water breaking, like majority of women. But then when you're sitting in that other seat, you're like, oh my God, what do I do?
Phone a friend.
So I was like, Dr. Stu, like, how soon am I going to have this baby? He goes, you're probably going to have this baby by Monday, so y'all better get ready. So we didn't even have the tub set up. We didn't have anything set up.
I thought you still had 4 weeks, 4 to 5.
A month, at least. Yeah. So I knew I wanted to birth my baby on our back porch under like those trees and sky.
I love it. You're so hippie.
The girl, our deck was not even finished.
Oh,
like
no.
if you see pictures of our birth, so fast forward, there's like a tarp on one side. It's hilarious. Like I dreamed of like plants and everything. I never got my plants out there, but we got the tub out there.
The tub out there. You did it.
My husband set up the tub.
Oh, that's awesome. So you were outside. You got your butt in gear, set up the supplies.
My husband's like, oh shoot, okay, we got to do this. So we went to bed Friday night, and I had texted a friend of mine that I saw in dance class Thursday, and she's a CNM, and I was like, hey, you're in town. I don't know if you'd be down to attend my birth. I'm about to have a baby, but I heard you can't. CNMs are allowed for out-of-hospital births at 36 weeks. That's where I'm at. She messaged me back Saturday morning. Ooh. So like we go to bed Friday night. I have some contractions Friday night, wake up Saturday morning. They kind of putter off. We do our breakfast, long walk. And she messages me back and she's like, hey, yeah, I'm in town. I'm down to attend your birth if it happens this weekend. I was like, okay.
Oh, get out. What are the odds? She just happened to be in town.
What are the odds? Yeah.
Wow.
So we hang out that day,
like,
do
just
some
amazing to me, like how God provides. Like you have to fire your midwife. She can't attend. Your friend who's a CNM happens to be in town, and she's like, yeah, I'll attend if you give birth this weekend. Like,
yes. And I run into her the day before.
Oh my God.
Like I hadn't seen her. Yeah.
Wow. Like the way he's orchestrating this is out of this world.
It's beautiful. It's divine. And I started having more contractions and they started picking up. So I actually had my acupuncturist friend come over, do some acupuncture on me. I had some more contractions. And then they picked up. They were like, I was in full-blown active labor by like 8 p.m. And that's, around that time, Lance had spent the day setting up the pool on the back porch. And then by about 8 p.m., we called my friend Lauren, and she ended up coming over. And she got there around 9:30, if I remember correctly. And then I labored for a little bit in the shower, I labored on all fours a ton. And then I was like, I'm ready to get in the tub. Like, I feel like I'm pooping.
Yep.
And
you know, that's what you're waiting for.
But I think the whole time I was like, no, I'm in denial. It can't be this fast. Like, it can't be this, like, no. But then I was like, y'all, like, I feel like there's a head coming out and I need to get in the tub if that's where I want to have this baby. So got on the back porch, got in the tub, literally I'm breathing baby down. I can feel her head come out and then come back in. And I was telling myself, okay, she's stretching me. She's stretching me. Breathe.
I love that mantra. That's nice.
Oh,
better than tearing me. Stretching will take.
Yeah. Stretching me. Yeah. And I could feel her come out. And I was like in like that tripod position, leaning over the tub. And my husband ended up getting in. And he was the one that basically received baby girl and then helped bring her to my chest. Oh. And it was perfect. It was like amazing.
Wow.
So yeah, it was 1:24 a.m.
on your back porch.
It was on my back porch with tarps up. Yeah. No plants that I wanted, but whatever.
Did you have neighbors? Like, did they hear you?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure they did.
Like, what's happening over there? There's strange noises.
Yeah. There's like teenagers next to us, and then like some 3 to 5-year-olds, like toddlers that were on the other side of us. So I know I woke some people.
Are you serious? Like 1 a.m. Like, you just don't want them calling the cops. That's all. Like, just, we're fine.
Right.
Carry on. Go back to bed.
Right. And they're probably like, what is going on over there? Because in our bedroom light, the only light we had on was like this red light. Because I was like, we don't want any artificial light at night. Like, kind of neurotic about that.
I love all your quirks. You got it. Like, you have a whole vision.
Yeah. So they all come out right now.
Like, we get to see the real Lindsay in this birth story.
Yeah. Thank God my husband loves me.
Well, you clearly checked the dots before you dated him. I know. So you made sure he was good with the crazy. Like, that's all you got to do. He knew what he was signing up for.
So true. He absolutely did.
It just sounds like it paid off. What a beautiful birth.
Oh my gosh. It was awesome. And like, there was no part of it where I was like, even with the fork in the road, like that big fork in the road, I wasn't scared. My husband didn't seem scared. We literally, if there was like a bit of uneasiness, we just leaned into faith even more. We just leaned into each other. We just leaned into, the present moment, what we knew. And that was, just keep loving on each other. So we ended up having a beautiful birth experience, an awesome lying-in period. Baby girl came out. She was healthy. She was 6'6". She latched immediately. She was ready. Wow. And it shows in her personality.
She was ready to come early.
She was ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And no issues, like healthy baby. You let labor just progress on its own.
Yeah.